Did you hear about the computer that mined its own Bitcoin? It said it wanted a bite of the action. Now, that's a joke to lighten up the mood. But let's get serious. Initial coin offerings, or ICOs, are no laughing matter. They're a pivotal part of the cryptocurrency landscape, a potential goldmine for investors, and a revolutionary way to fund projects. Sounds like quite a bit of a mouthful, doesn't it? Well, buckle up because we're about to dive into the world of initial coin offerings. Imagine launching your own digital currency. Sounds crazy, right? Yet that's precisely what ICOs are all about. In our digital world, ICOs, or initial coin offerings, have emerged as a revolutionary way to launch new cryptocurrencies. They're a bit like the Wild West of the financial world, a frontier where daring pioneers can stake their claim with a new coin. But what exactly are ICOs? Well, think of it like a Kickstarter for cryptocurrencies. When a group or an individual has an idea for a new cryptocurrency, they can put it all on the line with an ICO. They create a white paper outlining their concept, how it works, and why it's going to be the next big thing. Then they offer a certain amount of their coins or tokens for sale to the public. These tokens are typically sold in exchange for established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. This process can raise a significant amount of capital, and fast. It's a bit like crowdfunding, but instead of getting a t-shirt or a thank you note, investors get tokens that they hope will soar in value. It's a high-risk, high-reward game. ICOs have changed the landscape of investment and crowdfunding. They've democratized the fundraising process, allowing individuals to bypass traditional gatekeepers like banks and venture capitalists. This means that anyone, anywhere, with an internet connection can become an investor. However, ICOs have also opened up a whole new world of possibilities for entrepreneurs. With an ICO, they can raise funds quickly from a global pool of investors. They can bring their ideas to life without giving up equity or control over their project. But as with any investment, there's a catch. The world of ICOs is largely unregulated, and this lack of oversight can make it a breeding ground for scams and fraud. So, ICOs sound like a golden opportunity, but like everything that glitters, it's not always gold. This is where the plot thickens and the real adventure begins. Buckle up because we're about to delve into the biggest ICOs in history and explore the darker side of this phenomenon. From raising millions to billions, some ICOs have really rocked the boat. Let's dive into some of the most colossal initial coin offerings in history. First up, we have EOS, a blockchain platform for the development of decentralized applications, or dApps. Its ICO ran for an entire year, from mid-2017 to mid-2018. And guess what? They raised a staggering $4 billion, making it one of the largest ICOs in crypto history. That's right, $4 billion and not a penny less. Next on our list, we have Telegram. Remember the messaging app that's been all the rage for its privacy features? Well, in 2018 they decided to enter the crypto space with their own blockchain platform, the Telegram Open Network. Their ICO was an invite-only affair and raised an impressive $1.7 billion. However, due to some regulatory issues with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the project was eventually scrapped. Now, that's a twist in the tale. And then there's Dragoncoin, a digital currency that aimed to revolutionize the gambling industry. Their ICO, which ran in 2018, managed to raise a cool $407 million. However, it's worth noting that Dragoncoin has been embroiled in controversy, with allegations of ties to a billion-dollar money laundering operation. These are just a few examples of the kind of money that can be raised through ICOs. It's an astounding testament to the potential and the power of this fundraising method. But as you can see, a successful ICO is not just about raising a lot of money. It's about having a clear vision, a solid plan, and the ability to navigate the complex regulatory landscape of the crypto world. However, not all ICOs have such a rosy picture to paint. As we move on to the next section, we'll delve into the darker side of ICOs where not everything is as it seems. So stick around because you don't want to miss this. For every successful ICO, there's a handful that have gone south. Now let's delve into the dark side of initial coin offerings. Just like in any financial sphere, the world of crypto is not immune to scams and failures. Two infamous examples that come to mind are Centratech and Plexcoin. Centratech, a company endorsed by big names like Floyd Mayweather and DJ Khaled, promised a crypto debit card backed by Visa and MasterCard. However, it turned out to be a sham, with its founders charged for fraud. Investors who were lured by the celebrity endorsements and lofty promises were left high and dry. Then there's Plexcoin, an ICO that raised around $15 million from thousands of investors by promising a 1,300% return on investment in just a month. As you might have guessed, it was too good to be true. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission stepped in and froze its assets, marking it as the first case of its kind. While these scams have left a blemish on the crypto industry, the real victims are the investors who've lost their hard-earned money. These deceitful practices not only undermine the credibility of genuine ICOs, but also discourage potential investors from entering the crypto market. But it's not all doom and gloom. If there's one thing these scams have done, it's that they've highlighted the need for caution and due diligence. They've proven that flashy celebrity endorsements and sky-high returns are not always what they seem. In the world of ICOs, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. So it's crucial to do your homework, scrutinize the white paper, research the team behind the project, and not get swayed by the hype. So while the dark side of ICOs can be disheartening, it's also a reminder of the importance of being informed and vigilant. After all, knowledge is power, and in the volatile world of crypto, it might just be your best defense against scams. But don't lose hope just yet. There are ways to spot and avoid these scams. Just like a bad poker player, a scam ICO has its telltale signs. Now, let's dive right into the murky waters of fraudulent initial coin offerings and see how we can spot the sharks. One of the most obvious signs of a scam is the promise of unrealistic returns. If an ICO claims you'll double your investment in a week, that's a red flag as big as a pirate ship's. You know what they say, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Another telltale sign is a lack of transparency. A legitimate ICO will have a detailed, clear, and accessible white paper outlining the project's goals, the technology behind it, and how the funds will be used. On the other hand, a scam ICO might present a vague, complex, or even non-existent white paper. If you can't find a white paper, or if reading it feels like trying to decipher hieroglyphics, it may be time to walk the plank and jump ship. Now, let's talk about the team behind the ICO. If the team members are as elusive as the Loch Ness Monster, you might be dealing with a scam. Legitimate teams will have a strong online presence, with detailed LinkedIn profiles and a history of relevant experience. If the team is shrouded in mystery, it's probably not because they're superheroes. It's more likely they're villains. So, how can we navigate these treacherous waters safely? Well, the first rule of thumb is to do your homework. Research the project, the team, and the market. Don't just take their word for it. Verify everything. And remember, investing in ICOs should be part of a diversified portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, no matter how shiny that basket might look. One last piece of advice. If you're not sure, don't invest. There will always be other opportunities. It's better to miss out on a good deal than to lose everything on a bad one. So now you're armed with knowledge, ready to navigate the tricky waters of ICOs. We've journeyed through the highs and lows of ICOs, but there's always more to learn. We started our journey with a quip, a light-hearted jest to set the tone. We laughed, but we also recognized the serious undertones. Cryptocurrencies, and specifically initial coin offerings, are a phenomenon that have swept across the globe like a digital tsunami. They've created a new way for startups to raise capital, a method that's decentralized and democratic, bypassing traditional gatekeepers. We delved into the biggest ICOs in history, stories of grand successes that captured our imagination. We talked about Ethereum and its staggering rise, and the DAO, which, despite its infamous hack, paved the way for a new kind of organizational structure. These were tales of ambition and innovation, of reshaping the financial landscape. But as with every rose, there are thorns. We also explored the dark side of ICOs, the scams that have tainted the industry's reputation. We discussed how greed and lack of regulation have allowed bad actors to take advantage of unsuspecting investors. These stories served as a stark reminder of the risks involved. We then ventured into the realm of spotting the scam. We learned about red flags like overly ambitious promises, lack of transparency, and teams without a track record. This knowledge is our shield, our defense against the scams lurking in the shadows of the crypto world. But this is just the beginning. The world of cryptocurrencies and ICOs is vast and complex. We've only just scratched the surface. It's a journey of continuous learning and vigilance. So let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep asking questions, challenging assumptions, and seeking knowledge. And remember, this isn't a solitary journey. We're in this together. So let's help each other. If you've had any experiences with ICOs, whether they were successes or failures, share them. Your story could be the guide that helps someone else navigate this intricate labyrinth. Don't forget to check out our other videos for more cryptocurrency tips. We've got a wealth of information waiting for you. And if you've had any experiences with ICOs, good or bad, we'd love to hear about them in the comments section. Until next time, keep those coins rolling. I'm Joshua Carnival, and this is my channel. Let us know by like if something from this video was new or important for you. Comment below with any topic that sparks your curiosity or ignites your passion, and let's dive deeper together. Your voice matters. Stay tuned for a whirlwind of captivating content. Your journey with us is just beginning. Hit subscribe and brace yourself for a wild ride.